Hi, so today we have one more problem based on arithmetical progression, and this is a slightly tricky problem. So here we have certain tricks which we usually follow in solving these kind of problems. So I'm going to discuss those tricks. So let's first read the problem statement. Statement says sum of 5 numbers in AP, that is arithmetical progression, is 75 and the product of the greatest and least is 161. Find them. So first let's assume 5 numbers in AP. So usually what we do, first term we assume as A, then second we assume as A plus D, where D is the common difference. Then third term becomes A plus 2D. Fourth will be A plus 3D and fifth will be A plus 4D. These are the 5 numbers in arithmetical progression, right? And if I keep the common difference as D, then once again I can assume a series like A minus 2D as the first term, then A minus D as the second term, then A as the third or the middle term, then A plus D as the fourth term and A plus 2D as the fifth term. Right? So whenever we are asked to assume any 3 or 5 terms in arithmetical progression, I usually prefer to assume middle term as A and then A minus D, A plus D, A minus 2D and A plus 2D like this. So if I am asked to assume 3 terms, I'll assume these 3 terms in arithmetical progression, and here since I am asked to assume 5 terms, I am assuming these 5 terms as the arithmetical progression. And there is a lot of benefit in assuming terms like this. Why? Because when we add these terms, these plus D and minus D get cancelled among themselves, right? So as our first statement says, the sum of 5 numbers in AP is 75. So if I add all these numbers, I'll get A minus 2D plus A minus D plus A plus A plus D plus A plus 2D is equal to 75. If we add them, this minus 2D and plus 2D will get cancelled. This minus D and plus D will get cancelled, and we will have 5A is equal to 75. Right? From here, we can find the value of A. This will be 75 by 5, that is 5 ones are 5 and 5 fives are 25. So value of A is 15, and here we got our middle term directly. So this is the benefit. Otherwise in this case we would have got 5A plus 10D is equal to 75, and here finding the value of A or D would have been difficult, right? So we have assumed the terms like this, okay, and we have got A is equal to 15, which is the middle term, and here also if we divide whole equation by 5, we will get A plus 2D is equal to 15, which is nothing but the third term of the pattern, right? But usually when we solve these kind of problems and we get equations, we try to find the value of the variables, and that is where we get confused, right? So just to avoid that confusion, better to assume the terms in this fashion. So let me erase this, and here we have got our middle term, which is A is equal to 15. And the second part of the statement says the product of the greatest and least is 161, right? So if I take this one as the smallest term and this one as the greatest among the 5, their product they are saying is 161. That means A minus 2D multiplied by A plus 2D is equal to 161, right? And this is what? This is the formula of A minus B multiplied by A plus B, and that is equal to A square minus B square, right? So this will be A square minus 2D square is equal to 161. And here we have got the value of A as 15. So if I put the value of A as 15, a square will be 15 square, that is 225, minus this will be 4d square is equal to 161, right? And from here we will get 4d square is equal to 225 minus 161, right? And if we solve it further, we will get 4d square is equal to 5 minus 1, 4, 12 minus 6, 6. So 4d square is 64. We will get d square is equal to 64 by 4, that is 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24, right? And that means if we take the square root from both the sides, we'll get d is equal to plus minus 4, right? So we have got the value of a and we have got the value of d as plus minus 4. And if I substitute these values of a and d in this progression which we had originally assumed, we will get all the terms, right? So let's do that. So I am removing all this calculation which is not required right now. So if I put the value of a as 15, and if in the first case we take the value of d as positive 4, then we'll get first term as 15 minus 2 multiplied by 4, which will be equal to 15 minus 8, that is 7. And the second term we will get 15 minus 4, which will be 11. And the third term will be 15 itself. And the fourth term will be 15 plus 4, that is 19. And the fifth term will be 15 plus 2d, that is 2 multiplied by 4, which is 8. This will be equal to 23, right? So this is the pattern which we were talking about, and this we got when we take a is equal to 15 and d is equal to plus 4, right? And what about the pattern when d is equal to minus 4? So let's try and find it. So if we substitute a is equal to 15 and d as minus 4, from here we will get our first term as 15 minus 2 multiplied by minus 4, right? This will be equal to 15 minus 8, that will be equal to 15 plus 8, right? And this will be 15 plus 8 is 23, right? And if we talk about the second term would have been 15 minus 4, that is 15 plus 4, and that would have been equal to 19, right? This 23, which is the first term if we take d is equal to minus 4, is actually the last term when we take d as plus 4, and this 19 is the second last term, right? And third term will be 15 itself because it is a, and fourth term will become 11 because that is a, which is 15 plus minus 4. So this will be 11, right? And the fifth term when we put d is equal to minus 4 will become 15 plus 2 multiplied by minus 4. This will be equal to 15 minus 8, that is equal to 7, right? So this is nothing but the series written in reverse order, right? So these will be the 5 terms in ascending order, or when we take d is equal to plus 4, and the series becomes in reverse order when we take d is equal to minus 4. So where the trick lies? Trick lies in assuming the pattern.